Supervisor Wood, would you mind doing the invocation?
Everyone, please stand. Our Heavenly Father, we give you thanks for this day and for the many blessings that we enjoy. We thank you for the opportunity to gather here tonight. As we begin a new year, let us come before you with humble hearts and open minds. We ask your guidance and direction, that our decisions will be in the best interest of our community. Bless those here tonight and be with us as we go forward into the new year. These things we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Now, pledge allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'll ask the deputy clerk for a roll call.
Supervisor Riddle.
Present.
Supervisor Roller.
Present.
Supervisor Oates.
Present.
Supervisor Witt.
Present.
Supervisor Smart.
Present.
Supervisor Thompson.
Present.
Supervisor McDowell.
Here.
Supervisor Flavor.
Present.
Clerk would go for.
Very good. Very good. Now for the adoption of the agenda. Are there any recommended changes to the agenda? I do have one item K3, the erosion and sediment control inspector position discussion. Since that particular item relates to a contract, I recommend that we move that to the closed session. Any other recommended changes?
I guess we need to make an amendment to the closed session to add, in addition to the contract.
What was that?
Under, in addition to the closed session, we currently have appointments listed. Do we need to add contract discussion?
Yes.
K3. Yeah, you can make a motion for that.
Is there a motion?
Yeah, I'll do it. K3, I'll move the erosion and sediment control inspector position discussion be moved to a closed session.
Supervisor Riddle has made the motion. Supervisor McDowell seconded the motion. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Nay? The motion carries. At this particular point, with this being the first Board of Supervisors meeting in the new year, we'll go ahead with the election of officers.
We didn't move to adopt the agenda, we just moved to adopt the change.
You're right. You're
You're
right. Very good.
Agenda.
Thank you very much for that.
We adopt the agenda as amended.
Second.
Okay, it has been moved and seconded to adopt the agenda as amended. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the agenda has been modified as accepted as modified. Now with the election of officers for calendar year 2026. For the chair position, are there any, the floor is now open for nominations.
I'd like to nominate Mr. Larry Roller.
Second. Any other nominations?
I move that the nominations be closed.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that the nominations be closed. The one nomination for Larry Roller as the chairman. All those in favor?
Roll call vote.
Roll call vote. Yes, thank you.
Supervisor Oates.
Yes.
Supervisor Flavor.
Yes.
Supervisor McDowell.
Yes.
Supervisor Thompson.
Yes.
Supervisor Riddle.
Yes.
Supervisor Roller.
Yes.
Supervisor Smart.
Yes.
Supervisor Witt.
Yes.
Motion passes 8-0.
With that, I will,
So, Mr. Rowe, you need to go up here.
congratulations. Everybody give Mr. Roller a hand.
First of all, with it being the new year, I would like to wish everyone here and everyone in that county health, happiness, prosperity in this coming year of 2026. I would like to thank the board members for the confidence they've placed in me to perform the duties of chairman, and I pledge to do that with inclusion and transparency. The next item on the agenda is election of the vice chair, and I now open the floor is now open for nominations for vice chair.
Mr. Chairman, I nominate Robbie Smart for vice chairman.
I'll second that.
Okay, is there no nominations? Is there a motion to close?
So moved.
Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Roll call, please. Okay,
You ready?
yes.
Supervisor Oates,
Yes.
Supervisor Claiborne,
No.
Supervisor McDowell,
No.
Supervisor Thompson,
Yes.
Supervisor Riddle,
No.
Supervisor Roller,
Yes.
Supervisor Smart,
Yes.
Supervisor Wood.
Yes.
Motion passes
Okay.
5-3.
Okay, that was the motion to close the floor to nominations. And now we need to vote on our vice chair. So roll call vote, please.
Supervisor Oates,
Yes.
Supervisor Claiborne,
No.
Supervisor McDowell,
No.
Supervisor Thompson,
Yes.
Supervisor Riddle,
No.
Supervisor Roller,
Yes.
Supervisor Smart,
Yes.
Supervisor Wood.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-3.
And now we will have assignments of seats, and, let me see, Dennis, yes, y'all will swap. Right, I think you're in the correct spot. Bonnie, if you and Mr. McDowell will swap seats. Okay, everyone settled? Now, next item on the agenda is appointment of clerk. Mr. Ron Gray is a motion to appoint Mr. Gray to his clerk.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All, any opposed? Okay. Mr. Gray is our clerk. Next item is appointment of our deputy clerk, Ms. Nancy Camp. Is there a motion to appoint Ms. Camp as a deputy clerk?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, it's been properly moved and seconded that Ms. Camp perform the duties of deputy clerk. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, appointment has been made. The next item is not really on the agenda, but it is a statement in regards to committee assignments. This says that the chairman shall make appointments to standing and ad hoc committees and submit appointments to the county administrator no later than January 9, 2026. I and Vice Chairman Smart and Mr. Gray will be meeting this week, and we together will determine the committee assignments. And that will be completed by Friday. Next item is adoption of resolution 2026-1, and that's a meeting schedule, and that's on pages 7 through 10.
I'd like to move adoption of the meeting schedule, resolution 2026-1.
Second.
There's been properly motion and second to adopt the resolution. Is there any discussion regarding the resolution? Okay. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, like sign. Motion carries. The next item on the agenda is adopt bylaws, meeting guidelines, code of ethics, and standards of conduct. That's pages 11 through 28. Do I have a motion to adopt?
I move to adopt bylaws, meeting guidelines, code of ethics, and standards of conduct.
It's been properly motioned and second to adopt the meeting guidelines, code of ethics, bylaws, and standards of conduct. Any discussion? Okay, if none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, like sign. The motion carries and the bylaws are adopted. Next item is confirmation of Director of Emergency Services, Chairman. It's on page 29. Do we have a motion for that confirmation?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded to confirmation of the Director of Emergency Services. Those, any discussion? Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, like sign. Motion carries. Item 6, adopt the 2026 holiday calendar, pages 30 through 31.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, like sign. The motion carries. The next order of business is minutes, corrections, and approvals. There's 4 sets of minutes for approval. It's the November 20th, 2025 Comprehensive Plan Review Committee on pages 33 through 35. The December 1st, 2025 Board of Supervisors regular meeting, pages 36 through 50. The December 11th, 2025 Comprehensive Plan Committee, pages 51 to 52, and the December 16th, 2025 Board of Supervisors and Planning Commission Joint Meeting, pages 53 through 65. Are there any additions or corrections? Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded to approve the minutes as presented. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Okay, the minutes are approved. The next item is the consent agenda approval, which is warrants from November. 66.
67.
Should be November 2025.
Okay, this is November 2024. That's what home health hospital checked. But the warrants listed are all from November 2025. Is that a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second. It's been properly moved and second to approve the consent agenda. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. The consent agenda is approved. Recognitions, we have none. The next item on our agenda is citizens' comments. We have a few rules to abide by in that. To start with, you need to remove your headgear. Clearly state your name and address. And once you clearly state your name and address, we will begin the timer for your comments. You have 3 minutes to give those. You may address any issue not on the agenda tonight for public hearing, of which public hearing has been held and no votes have been taken. No such items or restrictions tonight on that. Questions shall be directed to the chair, and there'll be no applause or comments from the audience. I now open the floor for citizens' comments.
I live on Old Cluster Springs Road, 2122 Old Cluster Springs Road. I've lived there for about 5 years. I have the unfortunate privilege, though, of living right across the street from Chip Reagan's Auto Sales, which in 2024 we approved, the Board of Supervisors approved his conditional use permit to open an auto sales and auto repair facility. I would like to address item 9 of that conditional use permit. Item 9 says, and I quote, "The hours of operation shall be limited to Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and no Sunday operations will be allowed." When I was teaching at the Eric Mann Staff College, we would foot stamp that. That's a test question. No Sunday operations will be allowed. Mr. Easley and I have had a discussion since April of 24 on that very issue. And in my interpretation, there would be no operations after 7 p.m. and nothing on Sundays. My definition of operations in this case would include business activities associated with auto repair and towing. I don't think that's too obnoxious. Mr. Easley and I have had conversations, email conversations, and to quote an email that I received from Mr. Easley mentioned, and I quote, "I do not consider Mr. Reagan towing in a vehicle on Sunday to solely drop off for repair for the next business day a violation of the CUP conditions. The business is not open and there are no employees working on the premises. You may petition the board for further clarification if you disagree with my interpretation." I disagree with your interpretation, Mr. Easley. I think this committee, or the Board of Supervisors and the Planning Commission need to sit down and figure out what no operations on Sunday really means. There are houses within 200 feet on either side and across the road from this business. What used to be probably accepted practice when Chip Reagan's business was in South Boston in the floodplain, I don't think applies to Old Cluster Springs Road. It shouldn't apply on Old Cluster Springs Road. As I mentioned, there are homes within 200 feet and across the road directly. I'm about 700 feet diagonally across the road. If I may suggest, maybe a working lunch with Mr. Easley, Mr. Thompson. I would like to maybe meet at Mike's Pizza. I'm a big fan of Mike's Pizza. And maybe even do a site visit after lunch. But I think we need to air this out. With that, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hall. Anyone else?
Good evening, gentlemen. Happy New Year. Most of you know me, Glenn Williamson, Samuel Road in Alton, near Virginia International Raceway, with all the noise and traffic that entails. And from what I'm understanding, depending on what this board allows, there may be even more of it. One, I would like to congratulate all of you, and I do have a suggestion. I think it was in 2022 or 23, the board had local town hall meetings in each district. And I think that's a good idea to get back out there in front of your constituents. Of course, in ED6, I don't know where we have it now, since the Ruritan Club in Turville has dissolved and sold the property, but it's just something to think about. Thank you.
Thank you, Glenn.
Good evening. My name is Jennifer Champion and I live in Clover. And I noticed in the last meeting that the precedent was set, and I would like to request to be in closed session. The precedent was set last meeting with Mr. Oakes being invited when he was just a public. I'd like to have that also. And being a resident of ED2, I have concerns about some of the decisions being made on our behalf. Mr. Roller, during your campaign, you stressed your devotion to all of the residents of ED2 voting district. You were concerned you were not concerned when the derelict building that used to be Garrett's Restaurant or Rosie's was demolished. There was no asbestos abatement. There were no way bills submitted. There was no erosion and sediment control done. There was no asbestos monitor. There was no erosion control. There was nothing. We have a derelict building and we don't know where the asbestos was dumped. I've requested that information from the building inspector's office. And I've received no answer. And I can see by your smug look you really don't care. So, also, to be assured, Supervisor Smart, in the Board of Supervisors meeting, was also approved a solar project for his in-laws, which is 0.3 miles from the old Mill Road, which was approved for Scott Simpson. I'd also like that to be looked into. And then, Mr. Smart, after your lazy attack on Supervisor McDowell and Supervisor Claiborne on their not paid taxes, you did not bring to the attention that Chris Hudson, who is a deputy, was running a meat market without having state corporation commissions paid and no USDA inspections. Wanted to bring that to your attention since you called them out. You need to call everybody else out. Mr. Oakes, I spoke out against some issues in your campaign, and you proceeded to have 2 deputies in 2 different counties run and publish my background report without just cause. Don't shake your head. I was not on an investigation in either county. No neighboring counties, Pennsylvania County, Halifax, Campbell. And I have contacted Mike Taylor and Sheriff Clark. And as a constituent, I don't feel that was just. And I feel that is a deficit to begin your tenure, is by having public citizens investigated. I filed the complaints and they will be investigated. I'm not going to step back and be a good old boy and walk away. And then I would also like to say that Mr. Smart, Mr. Witt, Mr. Roller, Mr. Thompson, I'm leaving you out, and Mr. Oakes all took pride in calling 3 men of color, an American Indian, and Mr. Riddle a gang of 5, when the term gang strikes into most people's memory is what would be violence or negativity. And I think that is needed of an apology, and I think it needs to be stopped. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Yes, sir.
If not, citizens' comments period is closed. There are no public hearings, no committee reports, no presentations. The next item of business is the new business, the Mayor Bethune Complex Forum on page 69 through 77. And I would guess, who's going to address that? No.
Thank you, Joe. I am running point on this situation due to, we've got several other things on this situation due to, we've got several other things going on in the county that our general properties is trying to manage also. So I told him I'd take point. Mr. Braid and I are talking regularly on this. Roughly 4 weeks ago now, on Monday morning, they found a water leak water pouring through the ceiling in the Bethune building in the main entrance. It was later found that the hot water heater upstairs in social services had ruptured. And we don't know if it would have been running all weekend or not, but it was pouring out all 3 doors of the Bethune complex. And this is just some of the damage that we saw. We do have ServPro helping mitigate some of this. We did have our staff and All Pro Cleaning helping to get the water up and start the drying process. But we are finding that there was a lot more damage and a lot more water leaked out and through the building than we anticipated or initially thought had. This is carpet. This is on the school board side. You can see the water standing in the floor and into the carpets. That's going out the doors of the school board. No, that's the back doors in the middle section, excuse me. There you see the water coming there. Water was pouring down the steps from the upstairs, down through there. That's upstairs at social services. That floor, you can see where the water's stained the carpet there. And that's how much water has absorbed up the cardboard boxes that were sitting in the corner. Those are carpet tiles that were to be put down in social services in a section. And you see how far that had gone up through there. So it was going for at least 24 hours is what we're figuring, maybe close to 48. But we do know that there's significant damage, and I just wanted to give you an update. Insurance Baycor has been notified. They've been down, come down and assessed with their adjuster. And right now we're working to get approval for a hygienist to come in and give us a scope of work because it's such a large area that needs to be gone through and worked on. And if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to try to answer.
I would guess that this building, since it was renovated, all the floor coverings, all the asbestos have been abated in this building, so we're not dealing with any asbestos.
My understanding, it was abated prior to the county receipt.
Oh, yeah, I do recall the building was open and all the floor tile comes, all that.
Right, so, and any asbestos that's in there is probably in the old boiler room pipes that are in the tunnels underneath, and all that has been encased in concrete.
Okay.
So there's no way you're gonna get to that, or we can, it's gonna bother anything there.
Jason, you said you thought it'd been running for 24 to 48 hours?
Yes, sir.
Don't we have some kind of fault in place that you can see a lot of water escaping that would send an alarm off somewhere?
No, sir, not in that building.
What about the town? They wouldn't have any.
Their water, you would think their water alarm would have been running.
Yeah, I mean, for that.
Right, I don't, we never got a call from anybody, service authority.
Yeah, just thought I'd ask.
Right, no, that's what I know so far.
No, that's fine, thank you.
Okay, question was, but these repairs will be covered through our insurance policy?
That's what we're working towards, yes, sir.
Okay.
We've not been told otherwise.
Right.
It's been very responsive and engaging and working.
You would think it would go.
Is everybody back in the building?
No, the school board is completely moving out because we are finding where water has run, where we didn't think water was at. We have found water stains in the ceilings and in the light fixtures. So we know down in the lower end toward their conference room, there's water had gotten into the ceiling. May not have gotten to the floor level, but definitely got into the ceiling up there. We can see that.
Where's the school board moving to?
They are in the middle school and in the Pace Center.
Okay.
Social services, I believe, Mr. Clark, they are using your building. Is that my understanding? A lot of them are working remote. I don't think you have like 3 down there. Is that?
Right.
Okay.
Three have moved down there, and we're working on making suitable arrangements for Department of Health.
Okay.
Our Commissioner of Revenue Office and Treasurer's Office were not affected, so they shouldn't have to go anywhere unless we start having some other issues that we're not anticipating.
You might want to do an inspection above those offices
Remediation.
to see
Well, I mean,
conditions they're in.
I would guess it mentioned a hygienist coming in, and I'm sure that's to
That's,
take
that's
the
a check
sample,
everything.
lab sample, and check for mold and stuff.
and he will give us,
That's normally the issue with water.
correct, he will give us a scope of work and investigate and inspect the entire building for us to let us know what we got to do, what we don't have to do.
Make sure it's safe, obviously.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
one question, has the town been contacted about the water bill?
I have not contacted them, but we will follow up with them, and I will follow up with them.
Any other questions, comments? Thank you.
Yes, sir.
National Raceway, golf cart signs, page 78 through 84.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, at our October 21st meeting, that was a joint meeting. The board approved golf cart signs to be placed at Pine Tree Road and Ace Drive. In speaking with Mr. Mason, he has requested that we also complete the permit so that VDOT will allow for golf cart signs to be placed not only at Pine Tree Road, Route 764, Ace Drive, Route 957, but also Healy Lane, Route 963, and Lotus Drive, Routes 964. So the request is to add those two roads to allow for golf cart signs as well.
And looking at the map, it seems that they were two dead-end roads that probably inadvertently included the opportunity to improve the main roads left. Actually, is to consider approving the additional two roads on the golf cart signs. Is there a motion to include those two additional roads?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Been properly moved and seconded to add the Italy Lane and Lotus Drive for golf cart signs on the application for VDOT. Is there any discussion?
Mr. Chairman, will they have to be tagged and insured? Will they have to be tagged and insured? The cars. But they're gonna be on state maintained highway.
I think the start with, they can only allow golf carts on the road if the speed limit is 25 miles an hour or less. And I can't easily.
Yeah, you can set it up.
And those are like, those are.
Yeah, all of them have a potential return.
I know.
Speeds you want.
But those have registrations.
Yes, the bigger ones, you are correct. These golf carts. Okay.
Chairman, on page 81, the first paragraph talks about the
Next item on 82.
And that's VDOT requirements. It is not necessary for locality to secure and maintain insurance. Protecting liability, personal injury, property damage. associated with the golf course.
Mr. Chairman, I've got a question for you. On page 82, that permit and fee charges, is that saying that VDOT's gonna waive it, says application fee for a land use permit authorizing the operation of golf courses and flood vehicles on state maintained highways shall be waived? So is VDOT giving us a green light there, or?
The application fee.
Same
They basically saying they'll waive the fee for us to apply for it.
Okay, but you know, just want to keep everybody in compliance. I didn't know that meant they would waive the tag and insurance on the golf course, have the speed limitation on.
Yeah. And they got their 4 pages. I don't see anything related to the golf course.
It does not say that they have to be licensed, but it does say on page 84 that they are required to display a slow-moving vehicle engine.
Okay.
You gotta have an orange sign on it.
Yeah.
I think that's in golf carts and, utility vehicles.
Yeah.
Any more questions? If not, we have a motion on the floor, which is seconded. All in favor? Pass the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. Item 4 on the new business is part-time employee salary, page 86. And I think it's basically just informational for us, but according to the Virginia Department of Labor and Industry, the minimum wage will increase from $12.41 to $12.77 effective January 1st, 2026.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
just a point of clarification. We do have 25 employees currently that were making the $12.41. So because of the requirement, they will be moved to that $12.70.
Okay, thank you. Next item, for the new business will be the Hitachi Energy, MOU. And this is for us to consider to authorize the county administrator to sign the MOU between the Hitachi Energy and the Halifax County Board of Supervisors regarding recreational use of the Hitachi Energy softball field.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, what you have before you is the MOU that has been brought about from the June 2nd meeting. This was where there was a discussion of the $52,000 that would be provided from the county to Hitachi for the installation of lighting at the Hitachi field. This MOU solidifies that and allows for the county to prepare the check as well as allows for Mr. Gray to sign this MOU to move forward with the installation.
Well, we've already approved the funding for that.
That is correct.
This is the MOU, which does cover the coordination of this field with Hitachi and our community through the YMCA.
Yes, that is correct.
For me, it seems like a reasonable compromise.
This is just kind of whole thing. Yes, sir.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Authorized. Been properly moved and seconded. For us to consider us approving the MOU and giving Administrator Brave the authority to sign the MOU. Any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, like sign. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda, pending matters, unfinished business. We've got the VDOT child play signs on page 91 and 93.
I want to speak to this.
Okay.
I want to thank VDOT. This was in District 4, and how promptly they got these signs up for slow down, show them play. So, thank you, D-Dot, wherever you are.
The next item on the agenda is a motion to enter into closed session. Floor is open, entertain a motion.
So moved. I move, we move into closed session pursuant to Virginia Code 2.2-3711.
So second.
You know, make the whole thing, Shirley?
Appointments
Just, the discussions, considerations, and appointments.
and, the contract.
The contract. Yeah.
Okay, properly moved. Second, is there a second? Okay. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. That one you can buy?
No,
Okay.
I don't, man.
Okay. Well, we'll now enter into closed session, and we will let the audience know we're done with closed session. Go back to the
Okay, I gotta do one more with this black background because I can't figure the thing out. Oh, okay. Summarizing the Board of Supervisors meeting. I've already done it once on a different platform and it didn't work. So now I have to do it again. It's not as fresh and I'm aggravated. And I'm cold. Okay, so tonight, honestly, it just seemed like business as usual. I was expecting the new board with the new members to come out blazing, make some changes, speak candidly to the county with transparency, and I didn't get that vibe at all. What I did get was they elected the new chairman, which is Mr. Roller. Seems like a nice guy. I've talked to him, interviewed him. Got experience, got a good educational background. And it was unanimous, 8-0. And then they voted for the vice chair, which went to Mr. Smart, which was the same line split vote, 5-3. So it's like that gang of five they talked about and complained about last year is now flipped or something. So my thing was, if you're going to vote no, why did you close the nominations and not nominate somebody else to at least get a vote on record or have an option so that somebody could say yes versus no? To me, this was, if it looks like a duck, if it walks like a duck, this just smelled of all done behind the scenes, pre-planned, predestined in their work session prior to this meeting. And nobody, it's like when you run for school president, you talk about your qualifications, this, that, and the other. But this was just like, I nominate so-and-so, I second so-and-so, take a vote, yes, 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 yes. What was that? I nominate so-and-so, I second the nomination, take a vote, yes, 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 5 times, no, no, no. But they didn't nominate anybody else to even say who they were supporting or whatever. I don't know. Very disappointed. And then one other big thing that we talked about a lot, I felt like during the election and promises made, was the part of the board meeting where the public comes and expresses, asks questions, make complaints, expresses opinions, whatever it is they want to do, even crazy people. It was supposed to be all about a better format for it, but it wasn't even mentioned. One thing I know I had said in one interview, no, actually it was more than one, but anyway, one thing I had said was, my observation is that the public goes up there and says their bit, and the board just says, thank you, next. Their questions aren't answered, the issues aren't addressed, nothing. It's like, what is the point of the public format if there's no engagement or interaction with the Board of Supervisors? I don't understand. And this was the same, the SOS, you know what that is. The same thing happened. First guy got up, blah, 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 said his bit. Next. And then the last lady that got up, she made some pretty interesting accusations, but And it was interesting too because she was reading. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. That I said my first time I did this. I'm experimenting with a split screen again, and you'll notice that I've got, the board up there, so you can see their reactions, and then the public person who's saying something. I wish I could get behind that wall to get the public person face on. Would be better. I need to ask if they'll let me do that. They probably won't. But, she said something about the way you're smirking, and I had the camera on him, and you could see their reaction, but they still didn't address anything. So it just felt like business as usual. Yeah, there's a flip instead of 5-3 one way. Now it's 5-3 the other way, but nothing else. Everything else was exactly the same. I expected them to come out blazing and having some changes, and we're going to do things this way from now on, and, have more discussion about things. Now, the guy that came up to address the issue about what was happening at Mary Bethune, there was a little interaction there, but it was mostly like, is insurance going to cover it? Not that there was much to discuss with that, but I don't know. I think when it comes to that public section of the public talking, I just feel like people are disrespected and not listened to. And that's what a lot of these problems were about, with the last crew. So I don't know. I don't see any change. I don't see anything really new. It's just SOS. I'm really disappointed. Maybe I'm expecting too much for a first meeting, but we'll just have to see how it goes. I did get to talk to a lot of people and meet some interesting new people and discuss a few things that was interesting. I'm really interested in talking to that lady that spoke at the public forum a little bit further. I gave her my card, and the new executive director of the Chamber of Commerce was there. We're going to set up an interview with her soon. And next week, the town manager of South Boston, we're having an interview with him. So we got a lot of good stuff coming up. But I got to tell you, I'm really, really disappointed with this Board of Supervisors meeting as far as giving us straight out of the gate an effective display of change. I didn't see it. What do you guys think? I did a partial because I needed more time. I'll do more later. But I did a partial podcast about Nathalie and asked a lot of questions. I'm hoping people can answer some of them because I'm really interested in these things. I hope you are too. All of this is on YouTube. If you watch it on Facebook, please go to YouTube and subscribe. I really need to get my subscriptions up. I've got some new ads coming out and things like that. But okay, it's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life. It's a new year. Halifax County. Let's do something good together.